Hi folks, I'm going to make an old motor oil filter to clean the oil. So what I'm going to use is one little water jug that's been cut down. This is going to actually capture the clean oil. I'm going to use a roll of toilet paper with the inner cardboard removed, another roll of toilet paper in a loose form, and another water jug with the bottom end cut out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up right here between my legs. Support it. And I'm going to take some of the toilet paper and I'm going to push it to the bottom, and I'm going to pack it in there. When I mean pack it in there, firstly, the bottom cap kind of just ripped a bunch of holes in it so the dripping can take place. And I mean I'm going to pack this in here, not gently, I mean tightly. And I'm going to keep on putting it in there. I'm just unravel it off the roll. I'm going to push all this down in there. Basically what we're doing is making a major micron filter here. Don't get tighter than this pretty much. Okay, that brings it up to pretty much a level line for the bottom there. Gets rid of the funnel shaped part, kind of gives me a flat surface. And then I'm going to take the roll of toilet paper with the core out, the cardboard core, and I'm going to push that in here. And the same thing, I'm going to pack the outside perimeter in the center hole where the cardboard stem went. I'm going to pack it with toilet paper. So I need to unravel some more off the roll here. And go down along the outside edge of the roll. You want to try and do this evenly so you don't push the roll off to one side. You want to kind of keep that roll in the center. Now you want to pack it in there really good. You don't want any space. If you have any spaces, it's just not going to work the same. And you're pretty much going to use up 2 rolls of toilet paper. And some may say, well, that's pretty silly. You're going to waste 2 rolls of toilet paper to clean a little bit of oil. No, not really. This toilet paper is going to clean a lot more than just a little bit of oil. Give her a spin. Some more toilet paper. This is how much off the second roll I've used already. Now, before I collapse the toilet paper too much, I'm going to fill the center hole up. Again, nice and tight in the center hole. A little more awkward here. I'm holding one camera. I'm holding the camera and using one hand and my feet to try to support this. It's a lot easier when you have both hands. I could set the tripod up, but this isn't going to take very long. Some more toilet paper. I've got the puppy dogs outside and they're scratching to come in, but they're going to have to wait a minute here. It's a nice day out there. It's actually above zero today. Today's November 22nd, I believe it is. It is 22nd today. It's +2 outside. It's not cold out there for them. Okay, more packing evenly around the roll. Give it a twist a little bit. The purpose of packing it is that you don't want any oil running down the side. You want it all going through the filter, which is basically the toilet paper roll and the outside toilet paper. But it's going to travel through the toilet paper roll a lot better because basically the way the rolls are. You see the rolls, so it's all layered. And over this, on the edges, it's just packed in there. It'll still travel through the packed area, but it won't take a long time to get through that. And it's still going to take a long time to get through the roll itself, the roll of toilet paper itself. This isn't an hour's process. This is a long process, very long process, days process. So if you need some clean oil, you definitely want to think ahead of time. You don't want to do this and think you're going to use that oil in 15 minutes. It's not going to work. And some might say, well, isn't oil cheap enough? Well, it is cheap enough, but recycling is pretty easy too. And a little bit of effort, well, that's pretty cheap too. So, sometimes we have different times of the year where there ain't as much finances available as other times. So those times is a good time to do these different alternatives. And when you have a good time, well, then you buy your motor oil. You don't got to go through the grief of this. It's actually really not that much grief, to be honest with you. Okay, a little bit more for the center hole. The idea is that you want to have most of the open surface where the toilet paper roll is not consuming. You want to have most of that area packed pretty densely with just rammed in there toilet paper. And like I say, the purpose is so that most of the oil is going to try and go through the roll itself. That's the idea. It will travel through all of this toilet paper. There we have it. Okay, so the next process, what I'm going to do is you see all that there? It's packed in there right down to the, what's actually going to be dripping from. Dripping out the bottom here. So I'm going to place it in this container. See, one on top of another. Then you take your old oil. Now you don't want to be careful. You don't want to do this in a spot that you don't make a mess, because that can be nasty. And then you want to pour your old oil into this container here. Then what you want to do, folks, is you want to, see how black that is? That's really, really black. So that's all going to travel through that toilet paper and basically filter itself and come out pretty clean. Be surprised how clean that's going to come out. Now you just want to set this container somewhere in a safe place so nothing's going to bump it and tip it over. And if you're unsure of it being tipped over or not, then you can secure it a little bit better in the way that you can figure out, and just walk away from it. You can basically fill it up to the top edge with oil. I'm just used 1 liter to show you, give you an example. I'm going to secure this in a place, and I'm going to actually put more oil in here, and then I'm going to walk away from it and go back to it in a few days and see how it's doing. And I'm going to drain the oil from the bottom container so I have more room, and then I'm going to put more oil in the top side and let the filtering process continue until I have my 4 liter jug finished. Well, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you have not.